beautiful unicorns, and welcome back to my channel and this review of the Saharan palette. Oh, I've been waiting so long for this. It's not easy living in Sweden, you know. You buy things. I bought this on the pre-release, like not even the first release, the pre-release. I got it to my PO box. It arrived to my PO box really fast because I have an American address as well, and then it took forever to get to Sweden. It's like I had to go and check what kind of shipping I picked because I was like, is somebody swimming with this to Sweden? Because man, this is taking a while, but now it's here and I used it today to do this look, and I did film this look and two others, so there's gonna be, oh wait, each. So there's gonna be a 3 looks 1 palette or 1 palette 3 looks, whatever I named it, I don't even remember. That's gonna be up after this one, I hope. Don't shoot me if it's not up after this one, but it's filmed, so hopefully it will be up after this one. But look at this. I love the packaging that is like coral like this, but this packaging doesn't really represent how the palette looks though. So mine is a bit janky because I have been using it a bit. But I mean, this color is almost this color, but I thought that this palette would be even more pink. Thinking of like the way that the packaging was put out with this minty color and then this pink. But I mean, I really like the other palette I have in Juvias Place. You know, I have the Masquerade palette. I will leave that video up here as well if you want to, together with the tutorial that I did with that. And I really love that palette. I really love that palette. I said that that palette was the best palette of 2015, and I really like this palette too. I love that this is so small and compact. The one thing that I don't love is that why are these two colors? I feel like every palette that they have brought out has had these two, or these warm mattes for the crease. I really hope that they would step out of their comfort zone and do some other colors for mattes as well. I mean, how amazing would it have been with like one of these matte, or a pink, or one of these minty ones, or even like, I don't know, a purple, anything but these oranges. Because if you have a palette from Juvias Place, you already have this one pretty much, because it's pretty much in all of her palettes, so I've seen. This one is nicer because you can really sheer it out, and it can be that sheared out pink. I did that in one of my looks and you will see that coming up. It does remind me a bit of Poppy by Makeup Geek, so it's not a bad shadow. I do love both of them. They're really pigmented, but I just wish that I've heard that there's going to be a Saharan palette number 2. I don't know if that's going to be eyeshadows, but if it is, can we please see some other colors of matte except brown and orange? I mean, we have those now. Let's see something else. They're nice to have in the crease, but there are other colors that have in the crease as well. But I do like the other. I like this like pink corner down here, and this one is so unique and nice. I have these two on my lid today, and I was so impressed by this one. It's so pretty. But let's swatch these colors live, and I will also do some close-ups so you can see what they look like a bit zoomed in. The palette is sold out right now. You can get it at Juvias Place. I will link it down below. I think it might be limited edition. I don't even know. But to be honest, this palette is doing so good, so it's gonna come back. Don't be alarmed. It's gonna come back. It's $28, which is really inexpensive for a palette like this. But I have heard that the ingredients are not that expensive. They do work really good though on the eye, even with brushes or swatch with your finger. There's one of the shades that I wasn't that impressed with though, and I will get to that once we start swatching. All in all, I think that this is a really nice palette. I'm happy I bought it, and I will buy the next palette as well, although I hope that they will explore the matte colors a bit and try some other colors. I would love to see some blues or greens or pinks, matte ones from Juvias, because their matte ones are really nice, and I'm sure that they would like nail those as well. So let's get into swatching. I'm gonna start in the upper corner and just work my way down to this corner right here. I do like that the colors are a bit scrambled up like this. For me, that sparks my creativity, but I know that some people feel like they are limited by that. But I think it's fun because it enables you to see different color combinations that maybe you wouldn't have thought of. So I like that. Some people hate it. I mean, it's all up to preference, really. But let's start out with this one that I said was a dupe for Poppy by Makeup Geek. It is called Sokoto. Some of these names are really hard because they are from like an African tribe. and some of them are really hard to pronounce, but I will do my best. So this is Sokoto, and this is a matte color, and yeah, that's pretty pigmented, people. It is pretty pigmented. I liked working with this one, and it's a nice color, although I'm pretty sure that this will stain your lid a bit, but if you're having the color on for the whole day, this is not really going to be a problem for you. Staining wasn't that bad at all, so scratch that. Not that bad. Next one is Would-It-Be, and that's the one that I have on today. It is this green gold foil one. It is so beautiful, and it worked amazing with the brush as well, which is really nice. I mean, that swatch doesn't lie. And I used this with a brush today and had no problem at all. This color is Bororo. Sorry for butchering these names, I'm really trying here. This is like a burgundy, coppery metallic. I haven't used this color on my eyes yet, but just looking at this swatch, I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing. This is a really pretty color. So far, these colors doesn't like go together, but I love that because they're not a typical color combo, and you know, I like those things because I just can't handle another one of those warm neutral palettes. We don't need more of those, okay? Cancel. Next color is Kia, and this is also one of the colors I have on my lid. It is this gorgeous, like, I don't even, like a teal, dark tealy green, and it's really nice, and I used it with a brush as well, and it worked really good. These have so much pigment in them that you can actually use them in the crease with a firm blending brush as well. That's what I did with one of the pinky colors down in the bottom, and you will see that in the upcoming tutorial. People say you can't use like shimmers in your crease. Sure you can. You just need to know what to do with them. I will leave the video up here for reference if you want to see. Next color is Sawyer, and this is really beautiful, but this was the color that I was talking about that I wasn't that impressed with because it doesn't swatch as good as normally the satins and shimmers do by Juvias Place, and it was kind of stiff and hard to work with a brush as well. But I used some Fix Plus and it worked out pretty okay, but this is my least favorite color in the palette, even though I really like this pale peachy goldy color. It does need a little love to work, I'm just telling you. Next color is one of my favorites. It is Iman, and it is this really unexpected stark white with a blue shift. It is so cool, so unique, and I mean, totally unexpected, but so fun. This works so well with the pinks that are in the palette as well. I use this in a look that you will see. I'm just really impressed with this color. I love it. Next color is Jameelah, and this is that matte orange that I'm talking about that I think that all the Juvias Place palettes have. It is a nice color. It is a matte and it's really nice and pigmented. The mattes from Juvias Place feel a bit dry, but they work perfectly with a brush. So don't be alarmed if you feel like the mattes are a bit dry. They work so good with a brush. The mattes sometimes can swatch not as impressive, and then they work so good with a brush, so you don't really know until you actually use them. That's why nowadays I try to use the palettes a bit before I give you a review, so I can actually tell you how they work both swatching and with the brush. But I mean, I like the color, it's really pretty. I just wish it was something else. Next color is Senegal, and this is also one of the colors that I haven't used yet. I think I only not used Bororo and Senegal. Other than that, I've used every color in the palette, and I think that's pretty impressive. And this is just a goldy bronze, and you know I'm not really all about that light. It is a pretty color. It has this really gorgeous orangey tint base to it. It's a pretty color, it just doesn't speak to me. Although now seeing it next to this orange one, it's pretty. Not gonna lie. Next one is Chad, and this is a matte black. I like this one, but I will tell you, I mean, it's really black, but it's a bit dry and it wasn't that easy to blend out. And when it comes to black, it has to be easy to blend out, otherwise you will just end up with like a black dot where you put the brush. So go in very gently with this one because it's really pigmented, but it's not super easy to blend out. I mean, it's not horrible. It is a good shadow, but I have better black shadows. But still nice to have a black in this palette because you can really make this look really sultry. Although I don't use black eyeshadows that much, but maybe I should. Next color is Katsina, and you almost can't see this on my finger. This is like a really nice neutrally brown transition color. This reminds me a lot of MAC Soft Brown because it has the neutral tone. It is not the grey tone and it doesn't have any warmth to it. It's just a really nice neutrally brown, and I like neutrally browns. What I'm a bit tired of is this super warm browns. This is really nice actually, and this one together with this one gives a really nice pinky sheen in the crease if you go in really lightly. So not hating on this color, it's kind of nice. I like that it's in the palette. Now we're coming down to two of my favorite colors in this palette, and it's the pink ones. This is Lulu, and it's like a peachy pink satin. It's really pretty. I used this in one of my looks and I really like this color. This is an effortless satin peach. This is beautiful to have all over the crease or in the middle as a spotlight, like the one I did in my look that you're gonna see. I really like this color. I think it's nice, and I like that it's a satin because it makes it like effortless. I really like this one. So Lulu, one of my favorites. And the last color is Fula, and this is like a warm old pink. It's not bubblegum pink. It's more of a like a modest old pink. At least we call it that in Sweden. Old pink is something like this. It is subtle. It has a bit of a burgundy tone to it. It is really foiled and beautiful. I use this in a look in my crease as well. Super gorgeous. I love this one. I think it is beautiful. This one, and this one are my favorites in this palette. They're amazing. Of course I'm gonna say that. I'm all about those pink eyeshadows, but all in all, I think this is a really fun palette. I mean, this looks amazing. Don't tell me that this doesn't look fun. We all need more fun eyeshadow palettes. I mean, I don't hate on brown eyeshadow palettes. It's just like, how many more do we need? We need something like this, something fun. I like the size of it. Like, I like how small it is. It's easy to just throw in your bag if you're going to the gym or something, or doing your makeup at your friends. I usually don't like explore the aspect of traveling with the palette, but this one is easy to pack, and cardboard is actually really good for going with packing because it's, I don't know, it springs a bit. It's a bit springy. Cardboard packaging is actually really nice if you're going traveling. The only thing that would be missing for traveling, of course, is like a mirror, but I never go to a place and do makeup where it's not already a mirror, so that doesn't bother me. But if it bothers you, it might be like an aspect, but it's only $28, so I'm guessing that mirror is one of the things that they dropped when they tried to make the price as a consumer friendly as possible. All in all, I love this palette and I do recommend it, and I would definitely pick it up if you are on the fence about this palette. I don't have a discount code because I am not affiliated with this brand, but I'm sure there's a lot of discount codes out there. Just go fetch and use one from your favorite influencer. I know sometimes affiliate code and links can seem a bit fishy, but only use the ones from the YouTubers you believe in and you'll be fine. I don't remember exactly which code I used, but I did use a code. But there are lots of codes available. Just look at Instagram or at any of the YouTubers that are using this palette. I'm sure that they will have a code. I'm quite small, so Juvias Place does not know I exist. I bought this palette myself, and obviously I'm not sponsored. Please do give me some feedback down below on what you would like to see next, and if there's any other palettes that you would like me to review and swatch. You know I read and answer all of your comments, and yeah, I think that was it. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in my next video. Bye!